Kartra versus Kajabi, the best choice revealed. Okay, so have you been trying to figure out, I got this membership thing and I'm thinking about Kajabi and I'm thinking about Kartra, thinking about Kajabi and I'm thinking about Kartra, which way do I go? Well, at the end of this video I think you're going to know which way to go. I think it's going to be pretty clear. Now I'm not going to put on any fronts and tell you I'm not biased, because I am, but I'm biased because I'm right. Watch to the end of this video and I bet you'll agree. Hey everybody, you are thinking about doing a membership site, and that's pretty awesome. I mean, I like membership sites. I have membership sites. These membership sites have made me a lot of money, and man, you're heading in the right direction. Okay, and if you're doing this research right here, you're doing the smart thing, because there are a few membership sites out there, and I would say if you've narrowed it down to Kajabi or Kartra, you've probably narrowed it down to the two best ones that are out there. You don't have to look any further. Okay, you could pick one of these, and either way you've done pretty well, but one does outshine the other one, and I'll explain to you why in just a second. First off, let's take a look at all this stuff. I was skeptical at first and I didn't understand how these membership sites worked. I had Kajabi and I worked in Kajabi and I didn't use it for a long time. I should have. You know, I was one of those donators. You know how you pay for a software and you don't actually even use it. I actually was one of those people for a while. I now have Kartra, but I want to tell you why I have Kartra and why I didn't use Kajabi, and maybe you can kind of relate to. Kartra basically has 11 different pieces of software apps built into it all in one place, so they work seamlessly. You won't notice it's 11 different things. You're just going to think there's a whole bunch of things that you can do with that software. Kajabi kind of tries to piece together some things. The main thing I really like about Kartra is that you can host videos in there. You cannot host videos in Kajabi. You're going to have to put it on Wistia. And the reason being is they don't have a hosting platform. Now you may say, well, it doesn't really make much difference as long as it plays the video, but it does make a difference because Kartra has analytics. So when you put a video in there, let's say you've got a whole course and there's 10 videos, and video 3 is where everybody stops, you know, on your course. They never make it to video 4, or let's say 99% of them never make it to video 4, and you're like, why are they stopping there? You'll never know if you're in Kajabi, because those are just hosted videos. But in Kartra you'll know why, because you can look at the exact spot that most people stop in. Maybe it's a 10-minute video and they always stop at 2.5 minutes, and maybe at 2.5 minutes something happened. Maybe the video cut off, you know, maybe you said something wrong, something on that video at that point was making everybody stop, and you can fix it. You'll never be able to do that with Kajabi. Now they say that the main differences are that Kartra is focused more on selling products, where Kajabi is more focused on selling courses, but I don't believe that to be true. I believe they're both focused on selling products, and the product can be a course. It doesn't matter if it's a digital course or physical, you know, product. It doesn't matter. A product is a product is a product. And here's the other thing. Kartra allows you to have 4 different membership levels, whereas Kajabi only allows you 3. Keep in mind also that Kartra was designed by Mike Filsaime and Andy Jenkins and promoted by Frank Kern, who are top internet marketers, and they're experts at making funnels and sales pages, whereas Kajabi just doesn't have that capability. Now Kartra accepts credit card and PayPal payments, and Kajabi will accept Stripe and PayPal payments. But keep in mind, if you have a Stripe account, people can still use their credit card. It doesn't matter. I think every software should have support, and Kartra does too. Kartra will offer email support for every single level of their plan, whereas Kajabi only offers 24/7 chat support for their growth in pro plans. So you don't get the support if you're at the lower level. And I think that's kind of funny, because if you're at a super high level, you probably don't need support. If you're at the really low level, you do need support. So I think it's interesting that they don't give you support at the lower level. Now I made a list. If you don't mind, I'm gonna look over here for just a second. I made a list of Kartra versus Kajabi, the similarities. Okay, here's the similarities. They both have a pretty professional onboarding process. I don't mind either one of them. They're both okay. I think Kartra is far better. Facebook support groups, they both have those. How active those groups are, that's up to you. I haven't been in the Kajabi one in a while. I do go in the Kartra one, and you know, the Kartra one I don't go in much, because all it is people complimenting the software. I don't see people having that many problems in there. They do both offer an all-in-one platform, so you know, Kajabi's got other things in there that help you out, but not near as many as Kartra does. Kartra has 11 apps built into it. Each one has a training center, and what I've found is I don't like training centers in general, so I wouldn't say either one of them is great. I would say Kartra is far better than Kajabi, but you know, I make videos all the time on YouTube about Kartra, and people like to watch those videos but don't want to go to the training ones that the actual program has. I don't know why. Now they both have feature requests to improve the software, but I don't see Kajabi changing much. I do see Kartra coming out with improvements. It seems like weekly they come out with more and more things, they offer more and more things, and not charging you more, but just saying, hey, we've added this feature, it's now free to you. I see that happening all the time. As a matter of fact, not too long ago, maybe a year or two ago, they offered unlimited emails. So it didn't matter, you know, how many emails you sent out, they weren't going to charge you more. That's crazy, but it's great, and it's really good for the marketer. They both have different membership tiers. Kartra is all based on the size of your list. Kajabi is not. They both have progress tracking, which is good, and they should, and they both have upsells in there also, which is important. They both have an email automation. Kartra is far better in that aspect, though the one in Kajabi is not bad, it's just not good as Kartra. They also have customer segmentation you can do. They both accept PayPal, which I already mentioned. In addition to that, they have customized themes. Each one has a customized theme. If anything, maybe Kajabi has a little bit better looking themes than Kartra does, but it is interesting, you know, how customized you want that, because at that point somebody's already bought the course anyhow. So if it's not the prettiest one in town, it's not going to matter. They've already bought your course. Not to say that, you know, Kartra is bad, because it's not. It looks fine. It's just maybe Kajabi looks a little bit better. Now they both have affiliate programs. What's interesting is Kartra has an affiliate program on all the different plans, but on Kajabi you got to be on the pro or premium, which makes no sense to me, because they could make money at every level. I don't know why they would want to do that. They both have a sales funnel builder. I like Kartra much better. They also have drag and drop page builders. Kartra is far superior there. They have a whole lot more templates. It just looks better. And understand, Kartra was built by digital marketers, so there's a lot of really successful templates in there that you're getting access to, which I think is pretty cool. And like I said earlier, as far as video hosting, Kartra hosts the videos, whereas Kajabi uses Wistia. Now you may say, well, I don't care where it gets hosted. It makes a huge difference, and the reason it makes a huge difference is in Kartra, and keep in mind they don't charge you for hosting it there. In Kartra you will know when somebody ends a video. Now why is that important? Well, let's say you've got a 10 video course, okay, and most people are quitting on the third video, and you have it hosted in Kajabi and Wistia, and all you know is people quit on the third video. They never make it to video 4. Now with Kartra, you can actually go and see exactly where they quit the video. Did they quit it at 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes? Maybe at 3.5 minutes there was a glitch in the video, something went wrong and the video wasn't working properly, or maybe you said something there that turned people off, or maybe something happened, or maybe there was a loud noise that got picked up on the audio. I don't know, but at least you'll know where they're dropping off on that video. You'll never know that with Kajabi, so you can't fix it. That analytics of your video is so very important. And the other place that comes into play too, if you have a video sales page and it's not selling, with Wistia all you'll know is that they didn't watch to the end, okay, whereas with Kartra you'll know exactly where the majority of the people dropped off. Once again, it could be something you said, it could be a glitch, it could be something that's turning people off, but you'll know that precise moment where most people left. And if a lot of people are leaving at a particular moment, it's something you need to change your video. You'll never know that with Wistia. So all in all, you've guessed it, I like Kartra. I switched to Kartra. You know, I went from 8 different pieces of software down to 1, and it saved me money every single month. Now if you want to save money and have a better product, you want you some Kartra, okay? If you want to host your own videos and know the analytics, you want you some Kartra. If you want the best marketing tools and templates, you want you some Kartra, okay? Kajabi's not bad, but why go with not bad when you could have much better and save yourself a whole lot of money? I think that's super important. Now I also look at Kartra as something that I know because of their history. I've been with them 2-3 years, I don't know, maybe 3 years now. It's been a while, but I know they're going to give me more stuff. I know they're going to keep improving the platform. I know it's going to get better and better. Matter of fact, they've improved it so much at this point that there's a lot of things in there that I haven't used yet. Okay, I haven't used them. It's like I got to use that new thing they just did. They just did something cool with the calendar, and it integrates with my emails, and I got to use that. I just haven't figured out how to use that yet. Whereas a lot of these platforms, you know, they take the money every single month, and it's pretty much the same thing every single month. So another thing that I think is super important, that you should think is important too, is the importance of smashing that button down there, subscribe to my channel, right? Smashing the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget, ring the bell. That was a bad bell ring. Let me try one more time. Ring. No, hang on, one more time. Ring the bell. There you go. Turn on all bell notifications. Make sure you turn on all bell notifications so you are notified every single time I do a new video. I really appreciate you watching this video. You guys mean a lot to me. Put in the comments, you know, have you tried Kartra? Have you tried Kajabi? I can't think of Kajabi's name. I should be able to. I just did a whole video on this thing. Okay, so put in the comments if you like Kartra or if you like Kajabi. Put in there why you like it, and if you try Kartra and you get good results, which you will if you try it, put that in the comments too. You can come back to this video later on and say, I thank you, JR, that's a great program, I really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you want to get Kartra, I do have a link in the description down there, and you can click the link. You can watch an entire video on all the stuff that Kartra does, and if you choose to get it, you can get a trial for only $1. $1 is pretty cheap. Check it out. I think you'll like it. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.